Indonesia, an archipelago of over 17,000 islands, is a nation rich in history, culture, and diversity. The story of Indonesia is one of resilience, struggle, and unity, spanning thousands of years. The history of Indonesia dates back to ancient times, with evidence of human habitation as early as 1.5 million years ago. The earliest significant civilizations began to emerge around 2000 BCE, when Austronesian-speaking peoples migrated to the islands, bringing with them advanced agricultural techniques and megalithic traditions. Between the 7th and 14th centuries, powerful kingdoms such as Srivijaya in Sumatra and Majapahit in Java rose to prominence. These kingdoms were not only centers of political power but also hubs of trade and culture, deeply influenced by Indian Hindu-Buddhist traditions. The Borobudur and Prambanan temples stand as magnificent testaments to this era. From the 13th century onwards, Islam began to spread across the Indonesian archipelago, introduced by Muslim traders from India, Persia, and the Arab world. The rise of Islamic sultanates, such as those in Aceh, Demak, and Mataram, marked a new chapter in Indonesia's history. These sultanates played crucial roles in the political and cultural development of the region. Indonesia's strategic location along the trade routes made it a crucial player in the global spice trade, attracting the attention of European colonial powers. The 16th century saw the arrival of European explorers, with the Portuguese first establishing a foothold in the Moluccas, the Spice Islands. However, it was the Dutch who would ultimately dominate the archipelago. By the early 17th century, the Dutch East India Company, or VOC, had established a trading monopoly, leading to over 3 centuries of colonial rule. Colonial rule was marked by exploitation, forced labor, and harsh control. Yet, throughout this period, the spirit of resistance never waned. Indonesian leaders, both local and national, began to organize and resist the colonial powers, laying the groundwork for the future independence movement. The 20th century brought the winds of change. Following the Japanese occupation during World War II, Indonesia's nationalist leaders, Sukarno and Muhammad Hatta, declared independence on August 17, 1945. However, the struggle was far from over. For the next 4 years, Indonesia fought a bitter war of independence against the returning Dutch forces. The revolution culminated in the recognition of Indonesian sovereignty in 1949, marking the end of over 300 years of colonial rule. The early years of independence were marked by political turbulence and economic challenges. Sukarno, Indonesia's first president, sought to balance competing domestic and international pressures, but was eventually ousted in a coup that brought General Suharto to power in 1967. Suharto's New Order regime oversaw rapid economic growth, but it was also characterized by authoritarian rule corruption and human rights abuses. After 3 decades, widespread discontent led to Suharto's resignation in 1998, ushering in a new era of democracy and reform. Today, Indonesia is a vibrant democracy, the world's 3rd largest, and Southeast Asia's most populous nation. It is a country of immense cultural diversity, with over 300 ethnic groups and hundreds of languages, united by a shared national identity. Indonesia faces both challenges and opportunities in the 21st century, from environmental sustainability to economic modernization. Yet, the resilience and unity of its people continue to drive the nation forward. The history of Indonesia is a story of struggle and triumph of a people forging a nation from the seas and islands of Southeast Asia. It is a history that continues to be written, with every generation adding its own chapter to the legacy of this remarkable country. Enjoyed the journey? Subscribe now and hit the bell for more. Thanks for watching.